Hi everyone, Bernard here. I hope you're all well and welcome to the Citizen channel, and this is another edition of our new feature, That Was the Week That Was, where we look back on a couple of games, have a bit of fun, a bit of entertainment, a bit of spot the ball, a bit of who said what, a bit of spot the player, spot the manager, whatever. We do a little family friendly quiz on Manchester City's past week. So we're going to have a look obviously at the games against Olympiacos and Liverpool, both at the Etihad Stadium. So split into two parts, 20 questions, 25 points up for grabs. You can do it real time. I'll leave a little gap between the question and what the answer, or you can pause it and have a think. It's entirely up to you how you play. It's just for a bit of fun. Anyway, thanks for joining me again for this, and leave any comments you think. And please, if you're new to the channel, push that subscribe button, push the bell notification so when all these vlogs are coming out. And please check my City vlogs, history stuff, City present stuff. I mean, this is classed as City present, even though it's obviously the past now, isn't it? All, you know, history's only a day old, isn't it, I suppose? But there you go, as I'm recording this. Obviously it's the day after the Liverpool game as I'm doing this one. So please, yeah, check out the playlist. And if you're into films and TV as well, don't forget to do a film and TV channel as well. So I look at reviews of films and dramas and TV stuff, and even posters and quizzes on there as well. So if you like a quiz, please check out my playlists accordingly. Or if someone might be interested, just let them know about it. That'd be absolutely fantastic. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. I'm 50-odd-ish short. I'm trying to get to 500 by Christmas 2020. We're on track, so but please, any help you can get me to that figure, that'll be absolutely fantastic. Right, let's have a go then. As I said, I'll do it in real time. Only a bit of fun. And obviously I'll leave a bit of a gap, and then obviously if you want to pause it, you pause it and have a think. It's only a bit of fun. Don't still looking at Google. It's just a bit of, you know, I'll give you the answers at the end anyway, so it doesn't really make any difference. Right, here we go. 20 questions, part one. The first 10 questions are on the game against Olympiacos on the 3rd of November 2020. Olympiacos, yeah, this is question one. Had previously only beaten one English team in European competition. So which team was that? So which English team had Olympiacos had only previously beaten in European competition? Question one. Question two. They're big, like we have domestic rivals, don't we? Obviously it's United, isn't it? Perhaps Liverpool is coming a bit like that, but I don't know. But Olympiacos is big domestic rivals. They play in a tie. It's not El Clasico or Le Classique. It's called the Derby of the Eternal Enemies. There's a cracking title. So, but who do they play? Who do Olympiacos play in the Derby of the Eternal Enemies? Not much love there, is there, between them two by the sounds of it. So which team did they play in that derby of the eternal enemies? That's question two. Right, question three. All the officials, of course, were from one specific country. The referee was Carlos del Cerro Grande. He was the referee. So which nationality were the team with VAR people, his assistants, etc.? What nationality were they? It's question three. Question four, an image question now, a bit of fun. He's got a funny head on, but who's that player that's warming up before the Olympiacos game? Can you name the player? It's a little bit about Olympiacos for this one, don't you? Not just City. So it's always useful, isn't it? It just shows you've been watching anyway and seeing what's going on and watching reviews and watching the TV. What's the name? Question five. What's the name of the Olympiacos manager? What's he called? I'll give you half a point if you get one of his. He's got two names. I'll give you half a point if you say one without the other. I'll be kind. Name of the Olympiacos manager. Question six, a little spot the ball now. Yeah, so you've got to help Pep find the ball on this one. So is the ball A, B, C or D? Please help Pep out. He's struggling there, so see if you can help him out with that. Right, well, we scored 3 goals on the night, didn't we? So question 7, name the 3 City scorers. So obviously 3 points up for grabs here. Name the 3 City scorers. So it's nearly a week ago. I would have probably forgot. I would have probably forgot by now, to be honest with you. I might have guessed 1 or 2, but it's question 7. Who are the 3 City scorers against Olympiacos? Question 8. About whom or who did Pep say this? He moves really well with the ball, and without the ball he's growing, but he's already scored a lot of goals. We're happy for his performance. So who did he say that about? He moves really well with the ball, and without the ball he's growing, but he's already scored a lot of goals. We're happy for his performance. Question 8. Who's he talking about? Right, question 9. The referee and his officials, we've talked about them before, but how many yellow cards were there actually in the game? Was 0 yellow cards shown? Was there 1 yellow card shown? Was there 2 yellow cards or 3? So you got an either or an options there of various things. So was it 0, 1, 2 or 3 yellow cards shown in the game? Not just the City players, overall in the game. That's question 9. And the missing word in the headline round. So we've got the Daily Star for this one. And the missing word. Can you guess what the missing word is? There's something. The blank is flying. The blank is flying. Can you guess what the missing word is? Question 10. And that ends the Olympiacos part of the game. And now, obviously, if you sort of doing this quiz quite, as near as when it goes out on the Tuesday, the 10th of November, you might have better memories of the Liverpool game, obviously. So part 2 is this: is City versus Liverpool, 8th of November 2020. Question 11. Nice easy one. Who was the referee for this game, for the City-Liverpool game? Who was the ref? Question 12. True or false? It's a true or false one, this. Jesus scored with his right foot. True or false? And question 13. And Pep, as he does, was gushing about another player here. Can you name the player? He's such a blank, played exceptionally with the ball and without the ball. It says the same things, doesn't he? So then again, he's better English than I've got Spanish. When he is consistent, his focus is fantastic. He's a fantastic football player. So who's Pep talking about? Played exceptionally with the ball and without the ball. When he's consistent, his focus is fantastic. He's a fantastic football player. So this is all about the City-Liverpool game, don't forget. Who's he talking about? Question 14. Obviously, City committed more fouls in the game, which is probably the norm these days when you watch City. So this is an option here now. City committed either 15, 17, 19 or 21 fouls in the game. That's the foul we got penalised for. I mean, obviously... So City committed how many fouls? 15, 17, 19 or 21. So you got 1 in 4 chance, haven't you? Question 15. Yeah, an old City player come back into James Milner came on for an injured Liverpool player. But who was the Liverpool player that got injured for James Milner to make a reappearance at the Etihad? So which Liverpool player got injured for that to happen? That's question 15. Now question 16, and you got to help Jesus here. You got to help him find the ball. He's lost the ball. So a bit similar to the Pep one this earlier on, isn't it? So where's the ball? Is it answer A, B, C or D? Where's the ball? What's he done with it? I have no idea why it was there, to be honest with you. I don't know what happened there. Question 17, obviously. Another headline round, the missing word. This is from the Daily Express. And the headline is, need to talk about blank. So who do we need to talk about? From the Daily Express, the missing word, need to talk about. People of a certain age might have an idea of that just as a guess without seeing the headline or knowing what they're talking about. That's question 17. Question 18. Yeah, it's obviously a few more bookings than obviously the Olympiacos game. Three actual City players were booked during the Liverpool game. Can you name the 3 players? Obviously, there's a point for each. So 3 City players were actually booked. Can you name the 3 City players who were booked? That's question 18. Question 19. Here we go. How many? So obviously you're a bit in the papers at the moment about whinging about how many substitutions you're allowed, etc., etc. But how many actual substitutions did Pep make during this game? Obviously City versus Liverpool. How many substitutions did Pep make? Don't need to know who they were or why, just how many did he make? And a nice easy one to finish this one. Question 20. Who are these two? Who are these likely lads? Or girls? Could be girls. 25 points there. How do you think you did on that one? Right, shall we give you the answers? Let's go through it. Right, part 1, Olympiacos. Yeah, I mean, Olympiacos, they'd beaten one English team in European competition. Of course, that was Arsenal. I did mention this in my preview programme. I think they beat Arsenal twice in 2015 and 2020. So they had actually beaten Arsenal. So that was the answer I was looking for, Arsenal. And of course, their big domestic rivals. There was a clue in, obviously it was all Greek to me. Was it Greek to you? Obviously, a clue in the picture. But the big domestic rivals they play in the magnificently entitled Derby of the Eternal Enemies are Panathinaikos. Panathinaikos. You know you're Greek, you probably knew that, didn't you? Yeah, question 3. Carlos del Cerro Grande, of course, is Spanish, and so were the team, his assistants and the VAR team, etc. So Spanish was the right answer for that. Question 4, of course, yeah, you've got the image there. Who was warming up? Who was the player warming up before that Olympiacos game? Of course, that's a wonderful, fantastic captain, isn't it? KDB. Certainly captain when Fernandinho was injured anyway. Question 5. Yeah, what's the name of the Olympiacos manager? Yeah, I mean, not everyone would have got that. Not one I would have known. You may have known it from obviously watching the game, etc. It was, of course, Pedro Martins was the name of the Olympiacos manager. Pedro Martins. Question 6, yeah, spot the ball. Did you see it? Did you spot it? Did you have an idea where it was? I thought that was quite hard, that one, actually. So if you said A, you'd be spot on there. We'd spot the ball. Yeah, it was A. So, yeah, that wasn't the easiest one, that one, was it? And question 7, name the 3 City scorers. Did you do that? Well, they're up there now, aren't they? We've got Torres, Jesus and Cancelo. Torres, Jesus, Cancelo. And about who did Pep say he moves really well with the ball? Without the ball, he's growing. He's already scored a lot of goals. We're happy for his performance. Of course, Mr. Ferran Torres he was talking about there. So that was Pep gushing over Mr. Torres. Question 9. In total, how many yellow cards? Obviously not as many as the Liverpool game. Just one. So if you said one, give yourself a point. Yeah, there's only one yellow card shown in the Olympiacos game. And question 10, the missing word in the headline, of course, from the Daily Star, is the fur, F-E-R. The fur is flying. There you go. I think that's to do with Mr. Torres, I think I have to put 2 and 2 together and make 5 with that one, yes. I think they're fairly sure they're talking about, certainly not Fernandinho, was it? But, yeah, Ferran Torres. Right, part 2, here we go. City versus Liverpool, 8th of November 2020. Who was the referee? Well, of course, I mean, it's one of the sort of top-notch referees as far as the English Premier League. Whether he's any good or not's another question. But, yeah, the ref for the City-Liverpool game, of course, was Craig Pawson. And this one got me. I got this wrong. I actually thought he'd scored with his other foot. True or false, Jesus scored with his right foot. Well, it's false. He scored with his left. I thought he'd scored with his right when I sort of looked back and then saw he'd scored with his left. So, yeah, true or false. So it was false. He actually didn't score with his right. He scored with his left. So give yourself a point if you got that. And again, which play was Pep saying was wonderful and marvellous, played exceptional with the ball without, when he's consistent, his focus is fantastic. He's a fantastic football player. Of course, we're talking Cancelo, who was many people's man of the match, wasn't he? He wasn't close, but he wasn't mine, but he was many people's man of the match against Liverpool. Question 14, yeah, City committed how many fouls? Well, they actually committed 19 fouls. Well, penalised fouls in the game. Anyway, that's 19. So if you said that, give yourself a point. And of course, Mr. Milner returned onto the pitch at the Etihad, didn't he, for an injured Liverpool player who, of course, went down with a calf injury of some sort. Trent Alexander-Arnold, obviously. These double-barrelled names. It's going to be fun, aren't they, in a couple of 3 or 4 generations down the line when these people are marrying each other and you end up with kids called with about 7 or 8 double-barrelled surnames. It'd be quite interesting, really, won't it? They don't think that far ahead, though, do they, unfortunately? Yeah, so Mr. Milner came on for Trent Alexander-Arnold. And at 16, we've got to spot the ball, haven't we? Yeah, that's a funny place for the ball to be. I'm not sure. Obviously, it's probably on its way back to the centre circle for kick-off for Liverpool, wasn't it then? But, yeah, the answer is B, is where the ball is there on the screen. So, again, not the easiest. So, there you go. Answer is B. And here we are, missing headline, missing word in the headline. And, of course, it's a well-known saying. Was it a film or a book? I'm not too sure now, but obviously it's in the Daily Express. It was need to talk about Kevin. So obviously it was implying Mr. Kevin De Bruyne, obviously, but the answer to that, the missing word was Kevin. 18, 3 City players were booked. Yes, well, 3 City players were booked. Mr. Sterling, Laporte and Walker were all booked in the Liverpool game. And the penultimate question of the lot, 19, question 19, how many substitutions with his allowed? He's allowed 3 in the Premier League, isn't he? And he's allowed 5 in the Champions League at different times. But, hey, he only made 1. He just made 1 substitution. But it was Bernardo on for Torres, of course. But obviously the wonderful Torres didn't obviously inspire like he did in the Olympiacos game. But, yeah, just 1. So if you said 1, how many substitutions did Pep make? Yeah, just the 1 substitution. And probably the easiest question of the lot, yeah. Though, I mean, if you don't know who these two are by the how they look and how they present themselves, of course, it's Pep and Klopp, isn't it? Pep and Klopp after the game against Liverpool, you know, sort of. I think Klopp was slightly happier. That's why I drew that face on it. But there you go. Right, 25 points. How did you do? Let me know anyway how you got on with that one. As I said. I can't really base it, say, on what I would have got, but I certainly got that Jesus wrong. I just thought he'd put it in with his right foot, but obviously he flicked it with his right, didn't he, and put it in with his left, so there you go. Anyway, 25 points. Hope you did all right in that. Please let me know in the comments what you did in that. I hope you enjoyed. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Just a bit of fun and a look back of the week, and just to. It's good for the kids as well, not just a family thing. So if you got City fans, and obviously with this COVID thing again, another lockdown, obviously it's just these sort of quizzes. I'm trying to put a few out there, modern ones. Obviously there's always a lot of older quizzes I've done on the older stuff, you know, but obviously I sort of tend to miss out the younger City fans. So this is more for them as well. So we can do that with them and have a bit of fun with it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please check my links on screen. If you follow me, friend me on Facebook and Twitter, I do check every couple of days and follow and friend everyone back. And please, if you can check out my website, moviegamenostalgia.com, that'd be absolutely wonderful. My day job, sell old and rare DVDs, movie posters from the 90s and 2000s, some board games as well. I used to have a video shop in Manchester many moons ago, and I still keep my hand in and sell the odd DVD, etc. So if you can check out moviegamenostalgia.com, fantastic. And please keep your ears and eyes open for if you're on Twitter and Facebook and various places, and if you push that notification button, I'll be doing various city history vlogs and city vlogs over the next few days. Well, as I'm recording this, we're on an international break, but Citizen Channel's still putting loads of stuff out there. And of course, if you want to have a look at the film and TV channel, please, you're very, very welcome. Anyway, thanks for watching today. What we're going to do the rest of the day, have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other. Until we meet again on the Citizen Channel, it's Bird is saying, stay safe, Blues. Bye-bye for now.